This is going to be the first video on my channel. This is going to be more of a testing video for sound and video quality. First video, we're going to be doing a Phantom Sealed tournament on MTGO. If you're not a Magic player, just go ahead and leave a comment down below on how it sounds, how it looks. If you are, go ahead and give me feedback. Alright, so let's go ahead and separate these out, see what our rares are. Alright, so we have Watley, Zapalta, Bonus Hunger, some dinosaurs, some not dinosaurs. Okay. So right away, white looks really strong. White-green specifically looks really strong. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that first, and we'll look into what could be done after that. Very well possible that we might be going into 3 colors on this one. I think between Unknown Shores, Field of Ruin, we have a couple Travelers, Amulet, that I think splashes for a full 3 is going to be great. White looks really strong. Maybe we're just a 3-color deck instead of just maybe a tribal synergy between the dinos. But we're just going to go ahead and continue to look. That's really strong. That's really strong. What else do we got here? That's good. Low curve. Go ahead and take that. That's also strong. Some removal. Is an 8 mana card just unplayable and limited? Rivals limited is pretty aggressive, so maybe. That seems good. Don't think we play the 1-drop. I want to try that out, even though I can see situations where that can just be quite punishable. But I think that if we're playing an 8-drop of significant power, I mean, Satapa is clearly the best choice there. Let's see, 3s and 4s are fairly lacking. Not doing Merfolk. This is disappointing. What are we looking at 3s? That's just a value creature, even though it is a Merfolk. It doesn't necessarily do Merfolky things. Just need 2 more cards. We are lacking in the removal part of our deck, so maybe Combat Trick can take up for that. We don't have enough enrage mechanics for Shake the Foundations to be that rewarding. We do have Needletooth Raptor. We do have Frilled Death Spitter. That's about it. We could bring this in, but that just seems a little bit too vanilla. I mean, I really think it just is going to be Jungleborn Pioneer. Again, it's a merfolk. We're not doing merfolk things, but this is 2 bodies on 1 card, which is still pretty good. Black is also looking really strong. I mean, we have Forerunner, Vanquish, Vona's Hunger, good removal, good vampires. Just don't think that we have enough of the white vampires for black-white to be really any good. And then you look at yeah. The black is really strong, but we just don't have enough to back it up. Split between pirates and vampires. It's just, I don't know, it's just not looking like to be enough. So we're going to go ahead, add our lands. And then we're going to take 2 out. What is our curve looking like? Let's take a forest out. Let's take a mountain out. Alright, before we submit, I'm just going to take a quick look, see if, make sure we're not missing anything. How many dinosaurs is this justifiable to play? Looking at dinosaurs, Zatalpa, Shining, Charging, Temple. Maybe these right here, this one in particular, is strong enough to have a tutor effect for it. I just don't know if I want to spend 5 mana to find it, then another 5 mana to cast it. I feel like based off of the curve here, taking out 2 turns just to play 1 card, it just seems not enough. Then you also look at the ability. We have, the ability, you have to show a dinosaur to gain 2 life. You have 1 dinosaur right here, 2 right here, and then these ones, I just don't know if that's going to be good enough. No. Okay, so this is 2 mana 2/2. I think the Menace is just better. Again, I wish I had just a couple more cards with the keyword Enrage, then I would be more than happy to play that card. But I don't know, that interaction could be too cute, especially since I already have these 2 in the same deck. I think that's good enough where we don't need a third Enrage trigger. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send this back. I just don't see anything else. Blue's definitely out of the picture. Yeah, definitely not enough here. And this is really strong, but there just isn't enough to back it up on both sides. So yep, we're going to send this back. We're going to go to submit, and we'll be back for the games. Alright, and here we are, back playing Naya Dinosaurs. So we have 4 lands, 5, 2 cards, removal spell, but I just don't see this getting there, so I'm just going to go ahead and mulligan. And punished. Alright, we're going to keep this, hoping for a land. Not a land. Alright, here we go. Let's see how hard we can lose today. Well, it was land, but not what we were looking for, but better than nothing. Opponent's on mono blue. Hey, look at that. Sometimes you just draw perfectly. Not on curve, but I'll take it. Okay. Well, I will never be able to block that unless I want to trade or trump block with the 2/2. Opponent is getting in. Well, I'm not blocking just yet. Really hoping for another land so that way I can play this Watley. And then hopefully we can start going into the beats. Hey. One of the things that's concerning here is triple blue, missed the land drop. I'm hoping that this person is not running a counter spell. Think what I'm going to do first is go into combat. Oh, is this the bounce flash draw card? It is. Excellent. So at least we were able to resolve this Watley, and then we will... Hopefully that'll get us there with a negative ability. I don't think drawing cards is what I'm going to be doing. So let's just go ahead and get this down. Apparently my opponent is just playing mono blue. That or they're missing their second color. More than likely missing their second color. Just by the looks of things, maybe we're on playing against Merfolk. Attacking the Planeswalker. Maybe I do want to work up to an ultimate, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with what our opponent's doing. We know that we missed land drop. Last draw was an island. This draw was another island. Just mono blue water knots. Okay. Not bad. I'll basically never be able to block this. But I'm really hoping that this person keeps on attacking this, because all this is doing is fogging my opponent, and I'm just not taking any damage. So let's see how long he keeps on going after Wally. But I am fine if he just wants to keep on going after her. I am okay with that. Okay, now we're gonna see here possibly what our opponent's second color is, or not. Still going after Watley. I am fine with that. Yep, we're just gonna plus one again. Probably should have played this first, but that's fine. What are we doing? Okay. Turn my hand so we get less loyalty. Think we're still out of lethal for her? Yeah, so unless... Okay. I'm still going to... Yeah, we're still going to attack. I'm still at 18. Opponent's at 12. Got a 3-4, still not a second color. Maybe my opponent is just not in a second color. This is kind of interesting. I wonder if we have a Rivers Rebuke coming up soon. Okay. Well, Watley's down, but I think that's going to be okay. Yep, Planeswalker down. I am okay with that. Waiting for the opponent. Drawing cards. Okay. Drawing 3 cards. I think we're just going to go for the full beats. Opponent's at 3. Let's play those 2-3. I am really tempted to Field of Ruin. I think I'm going to do that just so that way I can get the information if my opponent's on a second color or not. So far, it's looking that my opponent is not on that second color. However, yeah, I think I'm going to Field of Ruin just to see if we can get some open information here. Gonna get in. We are not going to get in. All right. Okay, never mind. Should probably learn how to read my magic cards first, eh? Go ahead and just get a land. Let's just get a plains. Just gonna swing with this. Okay. No blocks? Blocks. Double block. Yep, we'll get rid of the 4/3. River Darter is double destroyed. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm at this point fully convinced my opponent's playing mono blue, which is definitely an interesting choice. I would kind of be interested in seeing what their pool was to get an idea of why they chose to stick with just one color. I find it a little odd that the other colors were so lacking that, a force into a just one color was needed. Now I'm actually kind of wishing I had that tutor effect so we can get out Zatalpa. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just because just in this general situation that's what I want to be doing, but just can't do that right now. But we'll see. Kind of like at a board state right now. I think that at this time the only thing that I can do is hope to draw Zatalpa. Yeah, or the Orisar, because if I can get the Orisar, get these two going, because then all of these just have one damage against my dinos. Then this would make a lot better. Sacrifice this, get that back. Are we going for an attack? Okay. Sailor of Means. Alright, if we can get... is not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get this guy back. Gotta start applying some form of pressure. I think that with the looming of a removal, maybe we can get this. I'd rather be taking some combination of 3 damage instead of 5. Maybe he just ends up double equipping or equipping this and this to pirates. We'll see. But taking the 5 damage every turn is gonna not be great for me. I wonder if he's gonna get this back and get more treasure. Maybe my opponent is just a mono blue treasure that will crack a treasure to play the rags to riches. I think that would be funny. So this needs 5 to alt, so we're looking at alt next turn. Four cards in hand, discards an island. Okay, deals combat damage, create a... Okay, so +1/+0, create a treasure when damage is dealt to a player. And that does it. Man, look at that flood. Oh well. Alright, going into game 2. Opponent's on mono blue. Might bring that in against the Flyers. Against the attempt. Yeah, I'm going to bring these 2 cards in. Cards taking out... I don't think being combat tricky is going to be great against the opponent. Yeah, let's take that out as well. For all intents and purposes, I am going to bring out 1 Traveler's Amulet. And I'm going to try this Priest just to see if having this effect in the library is going to be strong enough. I'm not real too concerned about gaining 2 life, but the tutor effect, let's see if that's going to be strong enough. So we're going to go ahead and ship this back. Yes, play first. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. I am missing 2 colors. Unknown Shores is basically turning my... I have 3 lands here, but I'm going to require 1 to make this. So I technically have 2. At least I'll have this, but on turn 3, so hoping I can get a mountain or a forest here. So we can get these cards out. Having this in hand is another great thing to have, though, for sure. That works. Think I am just gonna get a forest though, and then I'll have a turn 3/4/2. One of the changes that I did make was I brought this in over the double white 2/3 flare. 3 color deck. I found that the double white that early was going to be too taxing on my land base, so I did bring this in. So far, looking like to be an okay choice. Wow, stuck on mana again. Yeah, hmm. I am going to run this out. I will be impressed if there's a negate here. There is not. Okay, we'll go and add 1. And get him for 4. Next turn we'll do Priest and Trailblazer, and hopefully that'll get us there. Opponent, Captain on top, more than likely a land. There it is. Is it the Darter? Water Knot, okay. Applying that pressure. Naturalize, excellent draw. Still gonna play this. Play this. Go ahead and go up to 8. 2-1 menace. Might start just ticking this down. Start getting in for 5 every turn. If that is allowable, if our opponent does not do anything with our current board state. And land up on top. And Sailor of Means. Okay. So interesting thing here is I can ultimate, start drawing cards, or I can start just doing the neg. I think I am just going to go ahead and play this out. And this is another reason why I also was really unsure about this card, is because this right here, I have these 2 cards with 1 toughness, and it's just a little awkward. And go ahead and give this +4/+4. And go in attacks. And we're going for a double block. Interesting. Do we have a bounce effect? Oh, exile, bring it back. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'd rather get rid of the unblockable dude than... Yeah, that's I'm totally fine with that. Unsure what my opponent could be looking for here. Three cards in hand. Let's see what's going to happen. Bringing back Siren's Ruse. So opponent more than likely playing very defensively. More than likely he's going to go in for a block and then flicker that again. Nothing to reveal. Mutanty. No, my opponent doesn't have anything with flash at 4. Can't flash in the bounce effect because this is not a merfolk. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make this 6/5 again. I guess there would be no point with this being menace. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and attack for 6. Go and flicker. What could he have that is so massive? That he would want all of that mana. Are we about to find out? Nezahal. Okay. Do I want to tutor? I don't think I have anything that I would want to tutor for at this time anyway. Best thing I could want to do is draw another creature to make this a 7/6, which would force this to block, and I think I'm fine with that. Another thing that I could do is just make this a... Maybe I also want to... Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Well, be drawing a card. I don't know if I want him to draw cards. Yeah, I think I'm just going to draw a card and hope that it is another creature and is not. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, actually, what I am gonna do is make that a 7/8. Okay, let's hope I read this correctly. So this should be dealing damage to this. Yes, I did read that correctly, and I am going to go ahead and get in with these. Just takes it down to 1. Okay. Bottom, or throws that in a bin, which is interesting. You think that you'd want chump blockers, especially if you're drawing lands. Look at revolve non-creature, non-land. So maybe we're looking at finding one of those equipments. Okay. And Crashing Tide. Okay. I don't think it's still going to be enough. I think what I'm going to do is at end of turn, depending if he Crashing Waves main phase, just naturalize the Water Knot. Okay. Do we have a 2-mana creature here? We do. And just going to naturalize this now. Just let them know that we got lethal. Actually, we would have lethal even without the naturalize. This right here only deals 1 damage here, kills this. Alright, going into game 3. Maybe we should play a fog. No, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I really liked everything that we did there on that one. This still kind of up in the air. I know it's kind of a little sketch to have both this card and this card in the same deck. Maybe they work together, maybe they don't, but I think I'm pretty happy with everything that we're doing, so I'm just going to go ahead and run it back. On the draw, this maybe draws us a card, maybe scries 1. It will be a 1/4. We have anti-attack. Super sketch, gonna keep it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, not too bad. Still think I'm gonna run out the Diviner over the Dino first. Okay. Fingers crossed for not a land. Traveler's Amulet, that's a land. So we're just going to put that into the graveyard. We definitely don't need to do that. We definitely don't need more lands. River Darter. Hey, I can block this for sure. Priest. Think I am going to run out the Priest here and then also the Hatchling. Since we do have perfect tutor mana for that, yeah, let's do that. So we'll bring this and out, bring this out as well. I'm really hoping that he plays the flying equipment. Silver Gill, okay. So mono blue merfolk was the original intention, probably with the equipment or the equipments to make these the blockable creatures go through. I think that's pretty decent. Not playing the Herald though. Yeah, we'll show this, gain 2 life. Not too bad. And I'm going to get in with this 1/1. It's really not doing anything blocking, and I'd rather have a 3/3 with trample than just a 1/1 that sits there and does nothing for endless turns. So I assume not blocking. And we're blocking. Maybe they're going to bounce this. I think that's maybe in their hand. Opponent does have a lot of effects to draw them cards. A lot of interesting strategies. Nice strategies. And there's the Herald. We have a Hook. And there's a Water Knot. Well, I think that's fine. I am going to hold on to this Canopy for a little bit. We're not really... I'm not really underneath any sort of pressure at this time to really need to get rid of the Water Knot. So we'll just go ahead, let that sit in there for a few turns. Hold on to this to see if maybe there's going to be that Flying Flash dude. Okay. Three, maybe double blocks, maybe just takes the 3. Yeah, I'm gonna get in with the 3 because we're just gonna follow up with the 4-2. So even if they want to do a trades here, I'll still play the 4-2 and go from there. And just takes it. This 1/4 is definitely keeping this in check, which is definitely nice. Though I am going to have to start being concerned about the equipment soon. I'm really hoping that he just casts the one that gives him flying. Jace is going to make a 2/2. No, he's going to do a loot. and probably get him for 1 so we can start drawing cards. Yep. Loots. Doesn't need lands. Do we have a bounce effect? No. Yep. Well, we are going to show the Zatalpa. I don't think I'm all too concerned about Jace. So we're just going to go after him. Bait out the Crashing Wave, probably in hand. Okay. Okay. No Crashing Wave. Do you have a flicker effect? Because this will be funny if there's a flicker effect right here. Because he'll still be taking 3 due to the trample. If there's a flicker effect here, I'm actually okay with that more. There's the Crashing Wave. Okay. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and run this out. We have 3 cards in hand. He's going to loot. I think what I'm going to do is get in for the 2 on my following turn, and then I am going to hold mana back to hold this to get the 5/5 with trample and haste. Because I think, while having 2 Jaces isn't going to be that big of a deal to create the illusion tokens, I just need to apply some sort of pressure here, and I think that's going to be the best way to do it. And returning Ruse. Ruse for more mana, maybe? We'll see. Probably going to block this, actually. Whatever he's going to do, he's going to block that. Just need 2 more lands. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and just bait out the Siren's Roost so that we can get that out of his hand now, so that we're not worrying about that later. So we're just going to do that. He's going to block. He's going to flicker, whatever, so that way I'm not dealing 5 damage to anything. Takes it. Okay. There's the hook. Equipping it. Making 2 Jaces. Is one gonna plus, one gonna minus? Both gonna plus. Okay. Get in for 3. So we're going to double loot. Well, I think that is a good sign to go ahead and get rid of this crushing canopy. And get rid of the water now. I think now is a good time to go ahead and get rid of that. And gets rid of the Siren's Ruse. Okay. Yeah, I went for the Canopy Ruse over going to looting because I think that at just this time, I'm thinking that Zatalpa is going to be my way to get into a victory here, and I'm just thinking that taking one life each turn and versus 3 is going to be a way to kind of stem out that damage while I find that last land. I'm just going to get in with the 2/2. Opponent takes it. Opponent at 2 cards in hand. And there's the Nezahal. I think we saw 2 crashing waves, so I'm wondering if that's what they're just hard pressed to find at this time. Is see if they can get that. Looks like they are going to go a little bit more on the aggressive route, just because time is running out. They got 2 minutes. I'm at 4, so we'll see how this goes. Look at that. Battle of the Elder Dinosaurs. I really will be upset if he has a crashing wave to bounces. Okay, loot. Equipping. Getting in for 4. Alright, let's see if we can close out this game. I'm really hoping that this one card that he's about to draw in his hand is not a crashing wave, because I will be fairly upset. Alright, gets rid of an island. Loots, interesting. Nothing to reveal. Okay. I am going to go ahead and get in with these 2. just to try and deal as much damage as I can as quick as possible. It's Crashing Wave, isn't it? Release to the Wind. Okay. Go and cast that out. Let's go ahead and cast this guy. 0 cards in hand, draws a card, and concedes. Alright. End of game 1. Went 2-1 with Naya Dinosaurs. Not too bad. This actually did a lot for me. Maybe I under-evaluated this card. But fairly happy with how everything went. Alright, and see you in game 2. Alright, and here we are, back with game 2. Looks like my opponent won the draw. And we are Naya Dinosaurs. 1 color, but that 1 color is going to cast us 3 cards. And this is going to have potential to get us another land. So I will go ahead and keep this. Oh, and looks like our opponent wants us to go first. I'm actually pretty happy with that, considering how aggressive our hand is in between this on turn 2. While not aggressive, but followed up by this or this, I think I would rather actually be on the play for that. So red usually means pirates, could be also a dinosaur mirror match, but we'll see what happens. And there is our second color. We're getting there towards this guy. So we'll go ahead and play this. Reveal Sure Strike. While I don't have a mountain, I do have this guy with followed up by these. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep that on top. I'd rather have, well, not an exact form of removal, still a combat trick with the first strike. So yeah, we'll keep that on top. Okay. We'll go ahead and play this guy out. Unfortunately, that's a 1-2, so we can't get in for 1 damage, but that's okay. But it looks like the opponent could be on red-green dinos. Look at that. Alright, I am going to force him to waste his mana. I will go ahead and block here. Actually, let's go for a double block. Even if he pumps using this effect, he might have that +1/+1 and draw a card. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, geez. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to go ahead and get in for 1. And then if he wants to attack and do any sort of tricks, I have Sure Strike to back it up. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and grab my mountain, play this, and hopefully the flyer can get in for beats. Okay. 3 mana or 4 mana, 3/3. Makes a treasure. Not that big of a deal. It's fairly vanilla after that. Okay, we'll go ahead and get our mountain. Okay, and we're going to run out the 3/4. No attacks. Don't need to. Another thing that we could have done is get in with the 2/2 or the 1/1, but the opponent knows that I have the Sure Strike, so probably could have been the best idea actually to attack first, play this if he goes in for a block, then have that as a follow up. Yeah, that was definitely the better choice, but that's okay. Barf. Mm-hmm. Go and play the Seer. Do I want to get in with a 3/4? Because Sure Strike, this makes it a 5/2. That makes this a 5/2. That makes it a 4/1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, and then if he gets in with this, I'm gonna block with all 3. More than likely, he has a combat trick, so I'll just combat trick that as well, and see how that goes. Wouldn't be surprised if the opponent has a combat trick of their own. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is this the 9/9? An 8/5. Not too bad. No text. I want to make sure that we're not dealing with any sort of cute combat trick here. So, okay, not too bad. Getting with the 8/5 because I will block all day with any of these. No attacks. Okay. That is a little unfortunate. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, because we'll go ahead, play this out plus, and then we still have Sure Strike to back it up, because this doesn't have any sort of special requirement, just taps for any color. Okay, so we'll go ahead and plus, and we'll pass it on back. If this wants to continue to get in towards Huatli, if that's what my opponent decides to do, I mean, by all means, go right ahead. But we'll see what happens here. Okay. Okay, so this gets +3/+0. That's gonna just go through. 5, 6, 7, 8. That becomes a 7-2. I definitely need to get rid of this, though, because this is just going to be a pain. Okay, is there a way for me to continue to have a board state? Because I definitely want to try and line up blocks where yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, there's a pump. That's it. See if this is a combat trick in their last card in hand. Oh, just another pump. Okay. Okay, so I have to sacrifice a permanent. What is the permanent that I wanted to sacrifice, though? I don't want it to be a land. I don't want it to be this guy. Maybe I just sacrifice the 4-2. Yeah, I think I just sacrificed the 4-2. These trade. Watley goes down to 2. Nothing else. And there's this guy. We'll plus. And pass the turn. I want my opponent to keep on drawing cards. Or drawing lands. But not huge dinos. I kind of want that to stop for sure. Last card is a 0-4 defender. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm fine with letting that go through. We'll still plus. Looks like not a whole lot's going on here. I am waiting to draw this guy right here, because I think that the only way for me to get through this board state is to do that and do this at the same time. I understand that he's going to be able to shoot down one of my guys as well, but I think that as long as I can get rid of this, I'll be fine. Okay. Opponent having a hard time deciding how he wants to block. One card in hand. I'm hoping not a combat trick. Alright, well, I think we have no choice. Sacrifice. Let's get the Orasaur back. And then we'll do this. Excellent draw. Even better. Yep, we'll definitely keep that right on top there. I think I'm just going to plus on this. I thought about getting in with the trample dude, but don't think it's time for that just yet. But the moment I get the Orasaur, this is no longer, I don't think, an issue. Okay. Okay, so this just says damage. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give the trample dude plus 4/4. Yep, and we'll just go ahead and just get in for the 7. Probably going to go ahead and kill the Wayfinder. Be great if he targeted in the dinosaur, since this is a yeah, that was a mistake. Am I correct? Yep. Is there a scoop? Not yet. And there it is. All right. Go ahead and go into sideboards. Playing against the mirror match. I don't foresee any sort of flying. Was there any enchantments? I didn't see anything like that. I don't think I need to be aggressive. I am going to bring in Legion's Judgment. Destroy target creature's power for a greater. There was a lot of that I saw. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in over... I think Shake. I think I'm going to take out Shake against the Mirror, per se. And I'm also going to take out one of the amulets for the priest. I think that having that henge against the opponent is going to be really great. Other than that, I think everything else looks great. I don't need to loot anything. I don't think that's really not going to do much. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and run it back like that. I also just realized that, or not just realized, but I realized doing this sealed leak that Field of Ruin um, says non-basic. So the more you know, apparently. Okay, opening hand. Able to play this. Won't play this on 4 like how I'd like to. However, I still am able to cast this with the lands in my hand, so I think I'm just gonna keep this. A little slow, only being able to go 3 into 4. Um, Hoping that the opponent is gonna do the same. And look at that. Opponent's probably reading it. Alright, plays a 2-2. 2-4 on their turn. Definitely could block a 1-1 all day, so looks like we're just playing passively for now. And perfect mana. Get him for 2. Essentially like blocking, I guess. Blue. Interesting. What's up with this Sailor of Beans? Is this card that great? I will show this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just have to draw 2 more lands within the next 6 turns, which I think we can do. We'll just go and play this out. Based off of what the opponent's playing, if I can land this out, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing they're going to be able to do against an indestructible. Looks like the opponent's switching it up and is now going for a tempo Merfolk deck. Still enjoying that, but hopefully we can out tempo the opponent. I'm definitely just going to play this. Still nothing. I'm going to reveal that guy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand, 3 cards, 5 lands plus treasure, so we have 6 mana, 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I'll go for it here. Resolves. And we'll just plus. Haven't drawn a land yet. Typically, when you're at this point, you don't want to be drawing more lands, but with this in hand, I definitely need more lands. Plays another land, does nothing. I wonder what's in their hand, unless it's just more lands. That is a kind of land, so we'll go ahead and run this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are just one more away from getting there. So we are going to go ahead and get in with this. Get in with an 8-8. I can be down for the 8-8 beats. We'll ping the opponent. There's really not point in hitting any of these. I'm wondering if our opponent has been 3 colors this entire time. We just didn't see the blue. Three cards in hand. Let's just do this again. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 there. They might go for pumps, maybe double pumps and trip block. But I have the sure strike, so that'd be a blowout if that's what happens. We're just doing chump. Okay. And let's just run out this guy. Alright, puts a 1/1 counter. Another 1/1 counter. Draws a card. Okay. Might be looking for a way to tap this down. Plays an island. And scoops it up. Alright. Naya Dinosaurs going 2-0 so far. I believe there's one more, so hopefully we can go 3-0. See ya next round. Alright, and welcome back to the final round. Currently 2-0 with Naya Dinosaurs. Looks like I'm on the die roll, so I will be going first. And while this hand initially looks like it doesn't do a whole lot at first, because it doesn't, having a removal spell with perfect mana plus a Wayfinder to either filter through faster draw a card, meaning a land, or being able to keep a card on top. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep this. Evolving Wilds. And a swamp. I swear to God if this is black-white vampires. Alright, looks like we're drawing about every land in our deck. Is that really a bad thing, though? We're about to find out. Yes, okay, so we are just going to draw about every land in our deck today, so that's going to be fine. As long as we can start landing those high curve creatures that we have, I'm not going to be too entirely upset about this. Still not sure what my opponent's doing. Profane Procession? Vampires. Okay. Not too bad. I'm gonna have to eventually find some way to remove that just so I can get this back on the board. Because having that explore again is going to be really beneficial for myself since I cannot draw anything but lands. I'm just going to play the Orisar. And hopefully we don't have a removal for that. So this will eventually draw a card and gain 3 life if it's sent, so I guess that's pretty decent. Especially with how aggressive it is, if you can lay out fast vampires. Oh wow. That's actually pretty decent magic card. It's just already just seen 2, and that's pretty good. But I will have to mutiny this guy at least to get this. On a more positive side, I do have the mana to play Zatalpa, which I'm guessing that unless they have profane possession, that should have played the mountain there, but it's fine. Oh my god. Unlucky just drawing all these lands, but it happens. Asban. What are we playing? That's most unfortunate. That gives them a send, doesn't it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Pretty sure that there's nothing I can do at this point. Yeah, I just drew too many lands. Alright. More lands. Yeah, that was pretty intense. Okay. We'll go ahead into the sideboard. Against a bunch of that, I don't think I have really much of anything that I can do. I've been really happy with Priest. I am gonna go ahead and bring in Crushing Canopy over the Pioneer for now. I'm just anticipating a bunch of the vampires having flying. So I'm just going to bring those 2 cards in, run it back. Hopefully I don't have... Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that. It's the exact opposite. Keep this. Keep it on top. Okay. So, whoever could be in a lot of trouble this one. We had a really good 2 first games. This one is probably not going to go in my favor. But Magic ultimately is a luck-based game. So this happens. And that's okay. Let's get out a 2-2. Be great if I just been drawing how I have been and just get like land after land, and that would be great. Wow, this opponent just has everything. Okay. A land. Not sure if it's the one I'm looking for, but I really cannot complain that I got that. Um, this is going to eventually be problematic against these guys right here, but that is still a little far off for this concerning. Um, but yeah, doing okay. If I can get a red source off the top of my library here, that would be perfect. I am going to show them the Shining Orisar. Just because I don't have red, I don't want to show them that I have 2 red cards without a way to cast them. So, yeah, we're going to do this. Searches for a land. Get in for 3. Unfortunately, missed a land drop. That's going to be a really good signal for the opponent just to go full ham, basically. But we'll see what happens. Okay, it destroys that. Alright, got the Needletooth Raptor down. Guarantee it, he's got that Vampire that exiles. Guarantee it has it. But if we can just get one more turn, if we can get him to waste that on this guy, and then we can just go in with these, then I'll be feeling pretty good about that. Opting to draw a land first. Okay. Nice. Actually, we're just gonna run this one out first. I don't want to get stuck into a situation where he ends up casting that exile effect with this, and I just don't have a way to remove it. Since I don't have any removal spells in my deck. Okay. All right, let's see how many he got into his pool, because his pool seems pretty ridiculous. Okay. Chooses not to, so maybe doesn't have any. Just gonna get him for 3. I'm definitely gonna use this guy as a moment of surprise. We need to have 7 or more lands. We're at 5. We're probably going to 6 right now. If I can get the Field of Ruin, I'd be pretty happy about that. Okay. Grabs a swamp. Okay. City Blessing. Mutiny. Yep, I think I feel confident enough with Mutiny in hand to cast this guy out now. And we'll just go in with everybody. Okay, we have that guy. Bins it, okay. I'm a little concerned on what we could be having in our hand here. Okay. Gains 3, draw a card. Okay. Pretty sure that when Compass flips with 6 cards in hand, I'm probably just already in losing position again. Unless we can get that Field of Ruin, but that's just a huge if at this point. 9 life, got a 2/2, blocks. Okay. I'm just gonna get in with a 3/4. Yeah. Okay. Exiles the 3/4, which is interesting, considering that there's Spires out, but isn't going to matter anyway, because we got this. Okay. Just don't see really any other better time to use it other than now. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to use this now, though. I don't really have any other reason not to. I really haven't seen any too impressive enchantments, or if any. So I'm just going to use that now. I'm not sure what we can do to get out of this, though. We could just ping them for 9 turns in a row, but I doubt that's what's going to happen here. So this untaps it. Actually, yeah, I am going to go ahead and bring this out. And then hopefully it doesn't die too much of anything, so that way we can just start pinging this off of the creatures, and hopefully something like that will hopefully get us there. I'm just at loss of what I can do other than get a field of roofing to get off of this thing so we can start getting beats in the air. What was this pool's like? Okay, so we have Compass, Twilight, Bishop, Chupacabra. Okay. I am at loss of what to do here. Just go. Are we... I'm pretty sure we just lost this. Should have brought in the plummets too, but how to anticipate around that, I have no idea. Zatalpa is going to get me out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can cast her. I'm just not sure what to do here. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and concede. I think that we're just in a losing position. It was good. It was great. Well, after this, that was it. Got in second place today. Maybe got into third, depending on how the 1-1s go. But I do appreciate you watching this video. And again, go ahead and leave your feedback on how the first video went. Leave your comments down below, and you have yourself a great day.